Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha 4 units for Sunday, February 6th, the 5th day of Adar. Today's Halacha is about choosing the proper place to hear the Megilah reading. Everybody knows that, especially on the night of Megilah reading, when you're not breaking your fast until after the Megilah is read and everybody's hungry. So I know people who tried to go to a fast Megilah reading. So-and-so's reading the Megilah over at his house. He promises to have it done in 26 minutes or less or whatever, and I'm going to his house. There's only going to be 14 people there. No Hammans, no, and they just arranged for a quickie Megilah reading. Well, so far they haven't really violated any halachas. Shouldn't want to rush a mitzvah overly, but, we understand what everybody wants to do. They'd rather be at a quick Megilah reading. But here's where the halachic consideration comes into play, and that is your friend who's making that little, off-site Megilah reading where you and your 14 friends are going. You're all going to hear the Megilah reading in a big crowd of 14 people. The shul that you were supposed to be in with your kehila, with your congregation, was going to have 300 people. And here's the main rule that applies to this halacha. It's a phrase out of Tanakh. The phrase is, Berov am hadras melech. With a great nation, there's glory to the king. I think that's a phrase out of Tanakh. I'm not certain, but it's definitely a rule that the Gemara says in many different places, that there's glory given to God when there's a big gathering of people. You people in the basement who are rushing the Megilah reading with only 14 people are not creating that same oomph that is had when 300 people gather in Shul together and state the glory of of the event of the Megilah reading. So the short point is, you're supposed to go to the big Megilah reading, okay? There's more glory given to God at that big Megilah reading, and by you guys having that little 14-person one, you're kind of taking away from that and minimizing it a little bit. Now, you do have to factor in all your factors, like maybe that 300-person Megilah reading is way too noisy and it's hard to fulfill the mitzvah. Well, yeah, then you have a good excuse to not be at that Megilah reading because it's hard to fulfill the mitzvah there. Or, I don't know, other problems go on there. Or you're really a person who is going to be very weak until you break your fast. So, yeah, then you could talk to your rabbi about those considerations. But all of the things being equal, where it's a fine Megilah reading with the 300 and a fine Megilah reading with the 14 people, you're supposed to be choosing the big Megilah reading because of Berov Am, with a great multitude of people of the nation, Hadras Melech, there's more glory given to the king. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.